Hey guys, Dylan Tommy here. Gonna do a bit of an update in the green room. I have the new camera, so I'd like to cruise some of these tanks, and I got a couple things going on. I can show you what's going on in the green room. We'll start over here and kind of work backwards and tell you about my struggles in the Guppy tank. If you notice, I got a lot of hair algae kind of developing here on this moss and on this log, and trying to deal with it the natural aquatic way, meaning I did a little extra water change and didn't feed them today. Added some extra plants to the tank, some some floating plants for that aerial advantage, just to suck up some of the excess in the tank. But I want to take a look at the tank just the same because it's looking pretty good. I would hope not to have to get in there and do too much trimming of the hair algae, just because the moss is growing so cool on this driftwood. I don't want to mess with it by pulling it off. So we're just gonna battle it by battling the conditions in the tank. So they're getting a little tough love today. They didn't eat. They get to eat their greens and their leftovers, and we'll see if we can stabilize that tank. It's still looking pretty good. I did pull some Rotala out of here that had some hair algae on it, just to remove it from the system. That's what I do, is try to remove as much as I can, do an extra water change, and just limit their feedings. We'll cruise. I'll take a quick look at this guy with the new camera. Such a beautiful fish. And how about the large 55? I got the new light on it, the LED, the Planet Plus, so it's looking pretty cool. These plants had to adapt to their new conditions, but everything's thriving. It's super bright. I take a step back and you look at the spectrum, you can totally tell, what tank has the new LEDs on it. I've played with some of the spectrums over here with the Guppy tank to make it look a little brighter, and played with these compacts I got up here. But you look at all the other tanks and they're fairly low light compared to the 55, which has the Planet Plus on it now. But let's take a look how these plants are kind of adapted. I think the crypts look great, Same thing with all the baby tears I kind of let root out here. And hopefully the camera is helping you to see that a little better. But I think that tank's rocking. Doing the same thing with the runners, kind of just letting them grow out around the tank. I get this one all the way up here now, and that helps. These roots that are kind of just exposed to the water column, help suck up any excess in the water column. So the tank's very, very well balanced with all this vegetation kind of growing here. And these are the last two 10s. I don't think I told you, I moved Mojo back out from my bedroom. I don't have him in there anymore. I have him right here. And his tank's looking cool. I also let a lot of this, floating water spray kind of hang in his tank, and it sucks nutrients directly from the water column too. Keeps him stable. But he's hiding out, isn't he? And I did move the Madagascar lace plant, this kind of jungle tank down here. It's doing okay, it's stable. It has a little less of a light on it right now, so it's kind of dealing with that. The light's actually spread out and not focused directly on the middle of the tank like it was. It used to kind of just beam directly on the Madagascar lace plant. And now I have a more, full lighting throughout the whole tank, so this tank's kind of adapting. I have some good growth on that lily back there. I keep seeing nothing but red shoots come up off it. I got a couple of pads up here. We got this one. We got one in the back, and then we got this floater right here in front. This one's the newest one. It's super healthy, doing very well. But yeah, still a jungle tank, a plant holding tank, an excess tank, and the red cherry shrimp are just growing out crazy in here. I thought I cleared a lot of them out, and I just see so many of them all the time. One thing to update is I actually added some red cherry shrimp to the Paludarium. I tried to do my best to find the most red cherry shrimp to put in there, and we'll take a look. I'll show you what I got going on in here. I actually had added some moss, some Java moss, a lot of it out of the Guppy tank and some other tanks. So let's take a look in the Paludarium. Lots of moss in here nowadays, and it looks cool. A lot of stuff came right off of you know, other tanks, so you can see a little bit of hair algae on them, and you know, the fact that they're growing already on these rocks. But yeah, I thought I would load the tank with some moss. I don't know if that will be the final scape, but what I can always do is just put the moss up on the face itself, like it's been growing. Check it out over here. Look how lush this has adapted. It's really, really filling in here. Like that's its immersed form. And I got some strands kind of hanging in the water, so it'll just pull water up onto the structure here. Well, there's the Paludarium with the new camera, guys. It's looking cool. Like I said, I did a little work in here and added the shrimp. I wish I could see them. I'm surprised I don't see any right now. There's at least 5 or 6 big red cherry shrimp in here. And I mean the red big boys, you know. Some females and really red males. I'm pretty sure they're males. They didn't have any saddle. And a couple little guys too that I kind of had to save from the tank that I was breaking down. So we got a decent start in here. But yeah, the addition is all the Java moss that I put in here. I mean, I just loaded the substrate with it, and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't remain down here, if I plant this tank out, the moss will just end up on the structure itself. I've been trying to add little bits to this side and hopefully trying to get it to grow out. But it's a process, you know. There's the lush growth right there. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, is this cool looking immersed form. We're getting there. Alright guys, let's take a quick look at the Bashardi family, and then I'll roll into the African tank just so we can do a complete update. We'll hit all the tanks. This family is looking great. I wanted to take a good look with the new camera and take this time to say, you know what guys, everybody who's tolerated lousy photography in the last 2.5 years subscribed to my channel. Thanks for hanging in there, because I don't plan to bring you anything but cool aquatic videos now that I have this new cam. Mom and Dad are here, but a lot of the young fish kind of took off into the shells. Alright, let's keep rolling. The reason I moved Mojo out of the bedroom is because I had picked up this terrarium, and right now there's just a bromeliad hanging out in there, and the imp, just for the fun of it. But I'm likely to create some kind of terrarium and you know, living habitat for some cool exotic plants and some mosses that I plan to keep. I ordered some mosses for the Paludarium, and it's kind of just an extra grow out tank, you know, and has a lot of potential. So who knows what we're going to put inside here, but I needed the room, so Mojo had to kind of head back out into the other room. But let's check on the Mbuna. They're cool. Big beasts as usual. And this is their first shot in the new camera. It's why I'm kind of, you know, cruising the entire fish room, because I'm happy to play with this new cam. We'll make sure we take a look at everybody. Hey, Tug. He's so awesome. I can't get rid of this fish. I really can't. These Mbuna. I mean, I talked about, you know, downsizing and possibly getting rid of this tank, but this tank is just so These guys are so unique, and they have such character to them. It's so hard, you know? Alright guys, thanks for hanging in the fish room. I appreciate it. I'll keep you updated. You guys tank on.